What's up, what's up, what's up? Okay, y'all. So what we finna do right now is just give my commentary. I'm not gonna play this whole video. Um, Only because it's like 2 hours, okay? I love this lady. This lady here that you guys are watching is Jaguar Wright. Okay? Um, Great person, just to listen and get a word of advice for all you open-minded people. A good person to listen to that will give you insight, that you could probably take from your own will, you know what I'm saying, that this makes a little sense. And so I'm not going to play the whole thing again, but I am going to give my opinion on it. So those who do not want to hear me talking during this lady's interview, then this is not the place for you. But if you want to hear my opinion and you want to hear what I got to say, this is the place to be, okay? But I am going to give my opinion. I do like this woman, okay, a lot for what she says, okay? And it's because it helps me look at things in a different perspective. If you're a person with your own will, then you'll notice what I'm talking about. And if not, you'll go into whatever you're going to go into, okay? But in my opinion, and all that I speak on about this would be my opinion or allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I might even give you guys examples of what I'm talking about. So I might use people to be that example. However, that doesn't mean, that the story that I'm giving you is 1,000% sure, 100% sure. Okay? But I'm going to use them example because it's something they've been through. I've heard it's been posted. So that's what leave it open for me to discuss it, okay? Let's get into it. They're talking about also, and let me put my, give me a second, let me put my glasses on. Yes, baby, I can't see, honey. Okay. So this is Streets Stars, okay? Shout out to them. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check their channel out. Real life street stars, okay? Jaguar Wright is a person that's basically a person who's letting you know things about the celebrities to sum it all up, not to get into her actual job, because I won't know if this is her actual job. I don't know if this is something she do as a hobby or something she does for informational purposes. But I do want to enlighten you guys on her being the person that kind of tells the celebrity tales, okay? And she gives her point of view from doing, I guess, her own research or just being gifted with the fact that she's able to put things together. And when she spits it out, that makes the most sense to her, okay? If that makes any sense to you guys. It makes most sense to her. So when she put it together, and it has a funny way of always being accurate, okay? In my opinion, okay? So let's get into it. They're asking her, where have she been and why did she disappear? And why is she back now?
What's up, y'all? I'm Jaguar Wright. You might remember me. And I just got finished doing another interview with real life street stars. It was awesome. So subscribe.
Yes.
And keep coming back.
Yes.
Tell other people than me.
That's right.
They got dope people.
They do.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing the interview with them. I actually love these people. Their YouTube channel, I love it. I think I'm subscribed to it as well. So it's a good channel to be subscribed to. Also, like, comment, and subscribe here, because I'm going to give you my opinion about all of the reviews that I decide to give you, okay? Real life, y'all. What this do is kind of enlighten y'all. A lot of people don't even realize how programmed they are until something occurs, and it's like they're stuck because they're used to somebody else bringing it up, putting it in their faces, being surrounded by it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about this here. If you are an open-minded person who believes that even though our reality is basically government ran, you understand that a lot of this stuff is not actual reality, but more so of what they want you to become parts of. And I think that's why in the industry, as far as filmmaking, as far as mainstream, as far as being an entertainer, these things are broadcast for a deeper meaning. And if you are an open-minded person, then you will understand what I'm saying. Because a lot of people believe, well, if you inside the box, you need to think inside the box. But also, while inside the box, you need to think about outside the box. Because everything that you hear inside the box might not be correct because it was taught. You get what I'm saying? A lot of things they teach you in school, in elementary, middle school, those aren't things that you use in your everyday life that you noticed. But they keep you on a concept to where if you keep thinking that this is helping you throughout life, you'll keep turning to it throughout life. When you are a business person, a boss, a owner, things like that is going to run through your mind because you want to keep the same audience. You want to keep the same attention. You want to keep the same buyers. And you find out, well, these people of this sort will do more. Okay? They'll come talk to you. They'll come buy from you. And me telling them this or putting this in their minds, after you see stuff after a while, you know what I'm saying, it becomes a part of you, whether you notice it or not. Like I said in another video, this is why when you see yourself on camera, you be like, I did that? I know I ain't did nothing. Boy, did you have me over there with them Jerry people? You know how we get you. That's what allows y'all to be like that. Because you lose sight of yourself, of the human that you are, what the human's capabilities are. Okay? So real life makes you focus on you as a being, okay? You as a noun, okay? And if you look at you as a noun, you know that you're in the same boat as a person, place, or thing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's you that makes this reality yours, okay? If that makes sense to y'all. It's you that makes life decisions that can carry you to where you don't understand, where you understand. It's you. Because they say that in what I've done research over, humans speak in past, present, and future. Okay? Being able to speak those things, be able to manifest those things from the human's mouth. Okay? So I say this to say real life is about paying more attention to yourself, paying more attention to how you see others, okay? Because they want you to treat thy neighbor like you would treat yourself. And that's something I'm big on. You treat a person how you want to be treated, okay? And that's the way to break that down for those who didn't understand. You treat people how you want to be treated. What you give to others is what you'll get back, okay? And that is a known fact from my stand of view, okay? From my stand of view, that is a known fact, okay? That's what I like about watching stuff as such as real life street stars, okay? They enlighten you on that. Now, again, this is a 2 hour, maybe an hour to 2 hour video. And I'm not going to be giving you guys all of that video. However, I wanted to do a review on this here because I love me some Jaguar Wright. We're going to watch this together and we're going to get into what she's talking about. And I'm going to try to enlighten some souls that aren't necessarily lost, but just might not understand. This life is more than what we think, okay? in everything that you believe, okay?
Everybody start clapping right now.
Start clapping, darn it.
This is some legendary.
And this doesn't, she doesn't give me arrogant. She doesn't give me conceited. She gives me, oh, okay, I forgot this was part of the show. Let me go and get my look. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and let them clap it up for me. I don't, you know. That's what it gives me. It doesn't give me, oh, she's arrogant, she's conceited, she's one of the people that's full of herself. It's just that she rolls off the tongue naturally to the point that you know that this was coming out from within. Okay? It's not a conversation that you getting from a person that wrote down things and took notes. This is a person that's just letting her conversation flow from within. Okay? It's not nothing you think about. But when you study, thinking and studying are two different things. It's something that when you get so used to looking at it, to trying to understand it, to the fact that you do finally understand it, it's going to flow naturally. Because common sense is what this world had before all of the material things, baby, was created, right? We didn't have doctors. We didn't have, police enforcement. We didn't have that all the time. Schoolings and all. Humans didn't have that all the time. So that's what led me to believe a lot of this is a distraction into keeping us into that matrix form, okay? And y'all can't see my hands. I'm going like the matrix forms, okay? Because a lot of people be like, oh, well, something really going... When we were younger, and I'm not going to say them people because I say that easily to hens names because I don't want to put names on things, okay? And sometimes I don't know their names. But a lot of us don't even realize that you're slowly but surely turning into a robot state. Like literally, I can bob my head, you know what I'm saying, just as I'm talking. And a person sitting from across from me who's supposed to be listening to me gets the nod in their head as well. It leads you to believe like, what is you doing? It's because you're so used to seeing stuff happen that you start seeing me do something and you just start reacting on doing the same thing. So now I'm bobbing my head and I'm actually talking, but you're bobbing your head and not saying anything to show me you're listening. You get what I'm saying? For the, again, open-minded people, it'll make a lot of sense. But for those who are not as enlightened with the human, not really trying to be on the mission of finding out the human. And even if you question me, let me stop, because even if you question me, it would be something that you were born with, that you have to be gifted with if you don't understand what I'm saying. If you get that. If you're not gifted with common sense, if you weren't, because you're based off, what you see is what you do, what you see is what you get. If you're one of those type of people, it's going to be kind of hard for me to enlighten you on me. Because you have to be an open mind person for you to understand I'm human. And the things I'm telling you about is my reality, so you can't judge me on that. Okay? This lady here, when she has conversations, kind of bring that out of me a little bit. We all are gifted. But when she talks about certain things, it kind of opens up the fact that I'm not alone. People do see what I see type feeling when she gets to talking, okay? And that's the reason I'm bringing her forth today, okay? So shout out to Real Life Street Stars. I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, visit their channel. And I want you to do the same with me. Like, comment, and subscribe, and give your opinion about it, okay? It's an open topic conversation. I don't really care about what comment you leave. I'm thankful that you left a comment, okay? So, regardless, if you think it's going to hurt my feelings, if you think you're going to try to outsmart me in a situation, this is all my opinion, and I won't change that for no one, okay? And I don't want you to. So if you have questions, if you second guess what I'm talking about, if you don't understand, ask those questions. And when I post my next video or when I get around to answering those questions, I'll let you know. If not, in the comments, okay? So, I do read my comments. Thank you guys all again. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it.
She back. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. And nobody was better. Had no idea it was going to be me.
No idea it was going to be me. I love her though, y'all.
2 years ago, one of the most epic interviews I had the pleasure of being a part of. Interview dropped, going crazy. My sister calls me. She says, "Do you know who y'all interviewed?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." She was like, "No, you don't know. You have done no research.
My bad,
you don't know who you have on your platform right now." I was like, "Well, I met her. I talked to her. I'm pretty sure I know." She's like, "No, you don't." I was like, I was there. Look, finally, I was there. Jaguar motherfucking Wright in the building.
Okay.
Put some respect on. First and foremost, I'd just like to say it's a pleasure to have you back.
All right, y'all. My lighter was not working.
Let the people know you weren't mad at us.
I'm lighting candles.
You was just killing us. And we had a mad, cool, respect, a dope vibe, all that prior, after you showed us some dope music. Let them know that you fuck with us, man. Listen to me, if I didn't, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. How about that? And if I was really mad, I would have had something negative to say to y'all. Well, apparently I
and I'm gonna
have anything negative to say about the whole world, and I never did it.
I'm gonna rewind this a little bit because I do want it to get straight to the point. Okay, so I am gonna rewind this a little bit so it can get straight to what I want to bring out of this conversation, so that I can give my commentary on. I did want to let the audience know that she's not mad at real life street stars. Okay, she's not mad at them. If she was, she let y'all know. If I was, I probably would have said something bad about y'all, and I probably wouldn't be here today. Okay, so we're gonna rewind it though because she gets to talking about an interesting topic I've heard, and I even got the time she started talking about it, or around the time, anyways. So I want to hear that option more so of the other one I heard about.
And you propositioned them, and you got in the car, you made the deal, and then you put the cuffs on you. That's in the record.
Here go those commercials we gonna get rid of real soon, baby. Don't worry. Don't judge me. I'm a reviewer.
Frustrated because our resolution.
They let us skip that one though.
That's in the record. If somebody goes and checks my record now, they're going to find things on my record. I was charged with child abduction. It's a 656 felony. It's real low, but it's still considered a felony. So, if somebody brings that up about.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind and let y'all hear because this was one of the parts I wanted you guys to hear that I heard about. So, Jaguar Wright is one of those women. It's like, okay, if you bring a skeleton out of my closet, it's not a skeleton that I'm scared to face. It's a skeleton that I'm not going back to. A lot of people have these skeletons in their closet, and instead of burying them, they want to hide them, erase them to the point they never existed. And when that happens, it allows somebody else to have an upper hand, that they can use some ammo against you that will break you. But when you're able to say, yeah, I did that, but I decided to keep that skeleton in the closet unless it was brought to me, for the simple fact of that's not who I am today. And if you can't accept who I am today, then how can you accept the person I was when I was kidnapping or when I was abducting? How could you relate to that topic? You weren't one of the persons going through it. You wasn't one of the people that have been through it. You don't know the whole story. You weren't there. So how can you relate to it? Unless you know the whole story. And even if you did know the whole story, that's what I did. This is who I am. And that's what I've been through. And it made me the person I am. If you're not strong enough to say that, you guys, I'm going to stress this to you. if you're not strong enough to admit, yeah, it might have not have been right, especially because of the fact that I was charged with it, right? So, yeah, it might have not have been right because I was charged with it, but you don't know what caused me to make those choices. At the end of the day, if we don't have anything as human beings, we have choices. And a lot of you guys ignore those choices or look at those choices as if they have already been made for you. And even if they have been made for you and you feel like, well, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could have stopped it. That's still an option. So now you created an option, gives you an option of choices. Okay? So the fact that she owns up to her wrong, even if you don't understand it, even if you don't agree with it, that's what make her open-minded, a human being that understands and who uses her common sense. Because common sense is something that we were born with, okay? This isn't just something that you were taught upon. This is what you were born with. And a lot of people don't understand when I tell you guys, I can't have a conversation with you if you don't have your common sense. I get it that you are very book smart. I get it if you're very street smart. But if you don't have common sense smart, then you will not be able to understand the topics that I reach sometimes, okay? You won't understand the angles that I'm trying to get to if you aren't open-minded, if you isn't a person with choices, then you won't understand a lot of things I'm saying. Okay, so with me using Jaguar Wright, okay, shout out to her. I don't know if she have a Facebook channel, YouTube, Instagram. I haven't looked her up in that way. I always see her when I'm looking for reviews to review. Okay, and she enlightens me, give me insight. I'm sorry, and enlighten me as well. But she gives me insight to use her to give you guys conversations, if that makes sense, or people in our situations, information on my opinion of things, okay? Let me get back into it because I'm running down the time and I wasn't trying to make it this long. Gonna rewind it just a little bit.
Felony is real low, but it's still considered felony.
That's her talking about her case.
If somebody brings that up about, is it favorable? Does it leave room for you to have to explain certain things? Yeah, but it's your life. It's what you live.
See? Exactly.
And if it's on public fucking record, then it's on public record.
Right.
I'm not speaking about it because I'm trying to slump you. I'm speaking about it because that's what the game did to you.
They spoke about
And
something.
if you tried to forget, I never did. It was wrong. It was wrong as fuck. He was a young kid, came into the business. His family depended on him for income to live. He was the family business, like so many star children are the family business.
And so when she say that, what I get from it is that a lot of people don't even know that they're a product. They use themselves to get money, but don't realize that they're a product. So then you start treating yourself, or you start receiving treatment as a person or a thing that is a product, because you are what brings the money. You is what is being sold to accumulate money. So we didn't have you, then we wouldn't have no way to get this income. And so yeah, they will keep you in that mind and they state by telling you certain things that you don't realize because you're a human. You know what I'm saying? So you don't realize off top, oh, I'm a product. And some people do. And some people say I'm a product and I'm gonna use that and I'm gonna make myself become something. Some people say I'm gonna use it to make money. And when you use it to make money, I feel as if that's when you become a government product, a state product. That's when you don't realize when someone is taking advantage of you because you bring money. Okay? You accumulate that money, honey. About that money, honey. And they keep you around and they even have artists who will have a person writing down their whole apology level. It's like at this point, you got to figure out a way to fix it. The way that the human mind is nowadays, if you give them that apology they want, they will overlook it, they will accept it because they sympathize. A lot of us who's not in front of the camera will look at that and think it's a genuinely apology. Okay? It's a genuine apology when at the end of the day, it was someone with that skill that wrote that apology up. They learned and they delivered. And we as people would accept it because what do? We live real life. Not of what's on TV, not what's on the camera, not what somebody's have placed in front of us. We live real life, so we sympathize with it because we will want somebody to do that for us. You get what I'm saying? So as humans, y'all have to pay more attention to yourself. A lot of people don't let y'all know this. A lot of people want to keep you in that mind frame as far as judgment goes. When we know that it's going to be one probably power that matters. When they judge us, we give it to people who make the same mistakes as us. The difference from their mistake and our mistake is sometimes they don't talk about it. And sometimes it's not recorded. Sometimes it's not televised. So a lot of them times, you're going to sympathize with it because you are looking at it as if this is from them. It came from their mouth. It's genuine. This was their action. They put their foot forward to make that apology, even if it was written for them, but not understanding the fact of the product, okay, in the government's world, and the manager's, the boss's world, okay, interpreter's world, because these are the angles you have to look at it, even when it's like, nah, it ain't like that. I know it's not like that. In reality, you have to look at it from all aspects, okay? You have to have a open mind, because the police say when you get tunnel vision, they have to pull you off the case because somehow, some way, you've got too connected to it. You've got emotionally involved, okay?
He got left with people. He got left with people that did things to him. Shaped his personality and his self and his choices before he had a chance to do it himself. Meanwhile, making hit record after hit record, and we sitting there dancing while this
Tevin Campbell. That's who she's talking about.
all over every which way. Best he was probably treated was at Paisley Park with Prince. And then not long after that, Tevin Campbell disappears and nobody hears about him and nobody speaks his name until he gets arrested. And then it makes national news.
Because that's what they want you to
And
see.
then they start playing his record. Oh, you remember when he was... And then, after that, all that talent, all of these motherfuckers, all of these people who were millionaires and made millions off of him while he was a kid. And you left him out there. So I'm going to say it to you right now, Tyler. I'm glad you came out.
That's what I was going to ask.
However it happened. I wasn't trying to put you out on Front Street. But you never had an excuse to hide in the first place.
Another topic I could touch. Okay. She said, I'm glad you came out because you never had a reason to hide in the first place. You're in a place in society where they're trying to include everyone, everything, every person, place, a thing, okay? You're in that society world now, okay? LGBTQIA, okay? You guys are in a society where you don't have to hide. Even if you're unsure, even if it's going to tear you away from your family, you do not have to hide. If it's truly you, they will accept it. But the fact that you're hiding, the fact that you're keeping it out of people's vision, that's what gives them the right to talk about it. That's what gives them the reason to say, Well, you said you weren't LGBTQIA, but you are. You hid it, you went with other people, you never let it be known, so you were hiding from yourself. And the point of getting exposed is because you hid it from yourself. If you don't hide your skeletons in the closet for your own well-being, and if you do it, let's say this, if you do it, that means nobody should knows, okay? And that means you shouldn't do it in a way because you're unsure. And if you know that certain situations could put you in that position where your skeleton comes out, then you should be ready for it, because if not, you're going to suffer the embarrassment, not the person that exposed it. You get what I'm saying? So you have to learn to be true with yourself to the point that you telling yourself, well, even if it does come out, I know how to stand my ground. I'm going to hold accountability for all my actions at the end of the day. Okay?
Whoever you are, that's you. And you should have the right to be you. To not have to lie about you or defend you.
Mm-hmm.
And I pray to God, you do whatever you gotta do to get everything they owe you, because they owe you income. They owe you Nick.
So would you think the industry created that, or that was always innately in them, based on just your knowledge?
I don't know, because I didn't know him as a little child. My strongest connection to Tevin Campbell was through Rosie Gaines' daughter, Latoya, who we call each other sisters. You know, and her and Tevin were always together at Paisley Park. I bumped into Tevin at events and stuff like that, would see him from time to time. But we didn't have a friendship. It just killed me though, because I knew everything that was happening to him because he was with Latoya, and Latoya knew everything. And I would just sit there like, oh man, I hope he wins, I hope he wins, I hope he wins. And then he disappeared, and then people just stopped talking about him. You know, it's fucked up.
Can you have come out back then?
Huh?
Can you have come out back then? Like right now we have like the Little Nas X's, the I forgot the guy, Frank Ocean.
No.
Yeah, could that? It's almost detrimental to your career.
It couldn't have come out, but the thing is, they were still busy trying to push a narrative. They were trying to push a narrative.
That's when you become a product.
Trying to make him appear. I mean, but
for money.
They did it to all the guys. They did it to all the guys that were gay. You know, so it's just like, it's super unfair because you are who you are, but you have to pretend not to be who you are. But then, the same executives that are telling you make sure the girls fall in love with you are the ones sitting there diddling. You can't be gay in public, but please be gay with me. Like, I mean,
right.
It's kind of fucked up.
It's kind of fucked up.
Listen to me, after you finish licking my balls, I want you to do some push-ups and get ready for this video. You know, like...
Hello. Now, it does make us ask, because a lot of things happen in that interview to where, I gotta, before we even talk about where you've been, you touched on, you brought a lot of light to R. Kelly and Aaliyah's situation.
Okay, I don't want to hear about this.
This is when Survivor R. Kelly had just kind of started, and you had shown some light on that, and then to see where it is now, to see 30 years given.
Okay, let me tell y'all what I don't want to speak on. I'm going to rewind, fast forward through this, because I don't want to bring up the R. Kelly situation. I think that was a lot of scandal with that situation. I haven't did a review on it, but it's because I wasn't into my YouTube as much as it was talked about. I wasn't into my YouTube at the time, okay? And so my opinion on that is I feel like it was a lot of scandal involved, okay? So I'm going to fast forward through it because I don't want to hear even what Jaguar got to say about it, okay? Shouldn't be that far. Let's see.
Feel like the documentary did that, or do you feel like this was just this was gonna happen with him still living the way he was living, or just based on never owning up to it, like the way you would own up to? Okay.
Let me go real fast for a little bit more.
He should get a fucking year for every year he was operating.
That's like
You had your fun, now you gotta pay the piper. Piper. Even you.
Because you know,
have to pay the piper.
with common sense, you guys, with common sense, you know right from wrong. You know, when you're a kid, you learn hot, stop, no. So these are the reactions that babies make. You understand? So those kids already have common sense. And what they strip you from is your common sense. And that's why some things you do, you're left in a state where you like, bro, how did I let this get this far? What did I do? Where did this go wrong? You know, because you're so used to everything being in your face that you do not use your self-judgment. You don't use your self-knowledge, okay? Everybody's born with knowledge. And so even though R. Kelly was doing all these things and people might have preached to him and lectured them on how it's okay, as long as people don't see it, it's okay. As long as you don't feel like it's wrong, it's okay. They might have done that, and with his common sense level, that probably was easy to put on him, even if it was something that he did not do. That's what I'm saying. So it's a lot of scandal. It's a very sensitive situation. I do not like pedophiles. I don't like rapists. I don't understand them. However, they're a part of the world. So I have to at least accept the fact that they exist, right? And I have to use my mind to say, well, if they exist, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? To make sure I notice an encounterment in that situation. An entanglement with August. Make sure I understand the difference, okay? And knowing from common sense what I know is right from wrong, that I include them because they're here. If you get what I'm saying, okay? But again, we're not going to touch too much on R. Kelly because I thought it was a scandal and I don't have all my facts with it, so I'm not going to discuss it. And I'm going to get ready to end this video after this next story, I believe. Let me look at the times. Yeah, after the next story.
the whole album today.
R. Kelly?
Yes. A surprise album, but Spotify and all of the platforms. Yes. He said the Aaliyah, this is quoted in the song.
What's the Tupac shit?
In jail.
From jail?
And it sounds good. I don't know what the fuck they doing now. What the fuck they mixing and mastering in jail?
No. He's probably
On the phone?
recorders.
Oh, these engineers
fool.
fool.
Recorders and then they taking it and they mashing it up, you know. They doing what they doing. You know, fuck him, fuck that. I'm glad he admitted it. You know, thanks. Love and year. Love and fucking urine. He loved that 13-year-old little girl. He pissed all over her. He's money on his books.
Oh shit, that's what. Oh, because they took away they took away the money that this fans.
I don't bang with it.
Right.
It's fucking whack. It's whack as shit. Because if it was your daughter, or if it was your niece, or if it was your little cousin, I truly doubt you would be so liberal with the shit that you're saying. And then there's the other side of that pancake. If it's cool with you, then that tells me every fucking thing I need to know about you.
Good. So let me ask you this about, because yes, they're taking.
Noodles,
Yeah.
fuck all of that.
But
Fucking summer sausage.
right.
I hope somebody's summer sausage is you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just so funny because everything that I say didn't
Yeah, it's manifesting like a motherfucker.
Manifesting. Period. We can talk about that project, or we can talk about all the drill records where niggas is literally committing crimes to make records, and record deals are signing them and getting life insurance policies on them from the time, knowing that they're about to die, either in the course of or before they get to make their next record. And you've got all kinds of crime, just random crime happening all over. I mean, like, if you turn on YouTube and you just watch the national news on YouTube, I usually do that.
Yes.
Just to chart and see where is it popping off. And it's all simultaneous. This area here, and the next thing you know, the next crime wave comes from here. It's almost simultaneous.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, let's be honest about the shit that's influencing our environments. I got a bigger problem with fucking Grand Theft Auto than with some of the not so cool music.
Yeah,
I got a much bigger problem.
You saying something?
I do.
And you know, I'm glad you touched on that because.
Okay, let me let y'all know. I'm a gamer, right? Okay, I like games. I like video games. It's entertainment to me. In my spare time, I'll play a few of them. I also have played GTA, and I also play a game now by the name of Fortnite, okay? I'm going to tell you what I get from these games and my opinion on whether I think it's appropriate for a child to play. Any game, I feel, that allows you to kill somebody is not appropriate for a kid to play. And the reason I say that is because that gives the child an option. And I told you, when you create options, then you create choices, okay? And so even though that kid will still be allowed a choice in a scenario like that, it also gives them a choice to be that way, if you get what I'm saying, okay? So when your choices become multiple choice and now you pick the one that you like the most, that can be something that screws up a certain age mind, okay? Just like the fact that Netflix, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, and if you are, then you'll get what I'm saying. Netflix aired Jeffrey Dahmer back out, and now it's in series, okay? That messed with me deeply, because why would you guys want to recreate Jeffrey? Out of all the serial killers, why bring up Jeffrey Dahmer? And it happened years and years and years ago. But it's like now you guys have made it a series where you could come back and watch different episodes time and time and time and time and time again. And if parents aren't careful, then they can easily sit there and watch some man do things like this repeatedly and get away with it. Why would you want that in someone's head? Even if you lack common sense, that can be something to hurt you, because you start giving yourself another door to open and realize how you could make income, or what do we call them? Desires, dreams, fetish, what do they call it? I can't think of it right now, but fetish. Something that you hide behind closed doors, nobody know the truth. Why would you guys open that up again? And then think about the families that's probably still living, and they're also subscribed, you know, so gotta have a subscription with Netflix that they have to roll across movies, and that is a possibility. But the days we're in with technology, they're gonna show you things, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't know about it because you've researched it before, because you've watched something similar, it'll be put in your face for that purpose. So why would y'all want to bring that back up? Out of all the dang on serial killers that it was, from Gacy, to Tom, why would y'all bring up Jeffrey? Why would y'all put that back on Netflix and allow it to be series? But if you are open-minded person, then you can take different insight from it. But it's nothing that I enjoy watching. I did look at it just to see what it was about. And it's sort of like the movie was, but the fact that you broke it down in episodes and it's still on Netflix to this day, okay? It's still on there. Okay, in 2023, it's still an option on Netflix. Okay.
Now you have artists creating servers and letting people, young children, get on these servers and live this gangster life through the game.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see it ever getting to this, but it's just...
Why not? Everything that starts out as something good has the potential to become something very bad.
Yeah.
Transportation. The car was invented to cure what problem? Pollution. Horse shit.
Really?
Think about it.
Wow.
Horse and buggy. They're big animals. They have to eat. They shit everywhere. And the more people you had traveling, more horses, more shit everywhere. Atari, I think about Pac-Man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think about the early, Super Mario years.
Oh, yeah.
I think about the crazy tech. Please, let's not even talk about Mario Kart. Like,
Yeah.
shit
Yeah,
like
the fun
that.
stuff. Fun stuff.
And I think about Crash Bandicoot. And I think about Sonic. Okay? So, I get it. Those were the fun games. Okay? Pac-Man. Stuff like that. It made you feel like you were just playing a game versus actually being a character. Okay? You were being someone other than being yourself. And that's what makes it easy for a lot of people to blame it on someone else versus taking it in and saying, this is me. Or, I created this. Whether you're playing in a video form or not, it's your creation. This is either somewhere in your mind for you to want to be part of, or it's the only way that you can be part of, so you partake in it. But that's you. It's you. And because they try to put it in your mind, like, if you're not an adult, an older person to understand, that this is just a video game. If you think about it, the age is 10, 9, 8, 7, play these games. You feel what I'm saying? So just think about it's like learning a different language. If you've heard it or watched this from the younger you'll eventually understand it. You'll eventually, want to be part of it, if you get what I'm saying. When you haven't fully developed the sense that you need, common sense you need to understand or to separate from game and reality. Not you character versus a character that's made up. This is not you at all. This is a character that made up. You know what I'm saying? Reality versus those characters in the video games. If that makes sense.
Oh, it's bullshit. But now it's like.
But that's kind of all, you guys.
Crack 100 million sales unless there's some kind of violence, some kind of killing, some kind of something going on. We got video games teaching people how to be criminals, how to be murderers, how to be thieves, how to be rapists. And they're sitting there watching this shit and playing this shit anywhere from 10 to 25 hours a week.
And I see.
If you done killed 80 million people in your video game,
damn, this ain't good.
Isn't it realistic to think that you might want to try how it feels in real life eventually? Like, that's just, you become programmed. You become desensitized. And then you're playing a video game and then you're listening to this nigga at the same time. And this bitch suck up more my dick. I'm so high, I can't feel it. Give me some. Just you know what I mean? Like, This is what they're listening to, this is what they're playing. This is what they're listening to, this is what they're playing. Fucking 20, 40, 60 hours a week. And we're surprised at the shit that we see happening in the world. They've been practicing this shit. Hour after hour after hour. They've been listening to the theme music. You know what I mean? Think that shit had fentanyl. Oh well. You know?
So that's kind of where I wanted to give insight. Not gonna watch all this video again because it's too long for me to want to post all of it. However, like, comment, and subscribe. So when you drop those comments, let me know, hey, we want to see the rest of that video and we want to hear your opinion on it. So I will continue it if it's necessary, okay? And you guys are necessary. So if you feel that you wanted to watch more and me to give my opinion on it, let me know about it, okay? Even though I'm fresh at YouTube, and I will get into the point that I will give you guys my social media sites, okay? So that you can give me videos and give me different things that you guys would like to hear my opinion on. That's what you guys deserve. That's what I will give you guys. Work with me because I'm going to work with y'all. Everything's not easy. You got to start somewhere, and I'm starting here with you, okay? You don't go unnoticed. I really thank my real ones. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. Shout out to the real life street stars who made this here interview possible, okay? And allowed us to give our opinion on it, okay? Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real ones as well. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys in a few hours probably. Like, comment, and subscribe. Love you. Have a great week.